So this is part two of that vlog I done the other day. Basically, I came into college because that was still on Easter holidays, and I spoke to my tutor, and basically we decided that the new project I'd filmed was rubbish. I filmed a music video for a Crystal Fighters song, and it was really rushed because obviously I failed the filming of my first one, so I had to really quickly come up with something. And we basically decided that it just wasn't good enough. So what I'd done was I made some changes. I made some changes to my first idea, my main idea, to simplify it a little bit. Not in a way of the fact that it's now going to be worse off because of it, just the fact that it was like unnecessarily too complex. You know, it didn't need to have the things it had. Like I had two villains in it, which made it very difficult. It didn't need two villains. One villain had exactly the same effect, in my opinion. It still had the same like overpowering feeling. So that was really helpful. I actually have just filmed it. I filmed the second take. This is actually quite like this is a week since my last one, so it's all been done in a very short amount of time. But it wasn't rushed this time because obviously I didn't have to rethink the idea like as such. I had to make a few changes, but I'd already pretty much done all the planning. I'd done some more pre-production work for it. I'd done a new storyboard and a new script because I felt like that would help me, and it did. And I also got Sam, someone in my college class. He's really good with all films like related, you know, things such as production. So it was really handy having him there. He also played the part of the villain in there because he understands that this project's really important. So he didn't mess about. He took it really seriously, and I'm really grateful for that. And he also helped me out, with different bits of knowledge. I was filming a shot that he wasn't involved in, and he was just giving me some pointers, like different shots I could try, as well as the ones I'd already planned for, just to give me a bit of variety. And it was really handy having him there. So I was really happy with that, and I have looked back at the footage and everything, and I'm really happy with how it's gone. So I've basically scrapped the music video idea completely. I'll keep it in. I'll keep it in to show the process, but it's really got little work involved in it. But I mean, it doesn't really matter in the end because it isn't really my project. It's just a little add-on now that sort of happened in between. So I'm really happy with how everything's come out, if I'm honest. And basically, I was just gonna do this quick vlog to just say that I've figured everything out. Everything's looking good again. I'm really happy with how it came out. I'm really glad I didn't stick with the music video, so I'm really glad I had that chat with my tutor today. So yeah, this was literally just a quick vlog to discuss that. I might do another vlog, or I might actually just talk quickly now about what actually was different about this time. So to start with, I booked out more batteries, learned that mistake, but I didn't even need more batteries because the batteries were fine this time. I think I might have had some 40 batteries last time or something because I didn't even need two this time. Like one kept the whole way through, which is amazing. So that was just really helpful because it was like when you're filming and you're trying to think about everything going on, you don't want to have to be thinking about batteries on top of that. Like you want that to just be a little thing that is really simple. So it was really handy that this time it was. And then obviously only having one villain in it, it was just me, my sister who was playing the victim, and then Sam who's playing the villain / helping me out. Opposed to last time when it was about 7 people involved. And the fact that it was just us three, it really made it honestly 10 times easier. It was brilliant because I wasn't trying to look out like trying to get everyone to do stuff and like to pay attention and like trying to get them all to not mess about. It was just me, and I obviously wasn't going to mess about. It's my project. Sam, who knows how important it is because he's doing the same thing, so that was really helpful. And then my sister, who also understands that I really don't want anyone messing about. So it was really simple. It was very efficient. We got to what we needed to do like every time. There was no messing about. The only issue I had on the day of production was I booked out the Arri light. I think that's what it's called. And for some reason it kept cutting out every 2 minutes or less. Sometimes it would cut out after 10 seconds, and then it would be a bit difficult to get back on. And we couldn't actually work out why that was happening, because at the start it was fine, and then it slowly started happening, but it was plugged in all the time. So we weren't too sure what was wrong with that, but it didn't really matter in the end as such, because I only really needed it right for the last shots we were doing, and we'd got it done in quite a good time, so I had loads of time to film the last shots, and Sam was very patient with me, so it didn't feel as bad as it could have done, and we got through it in the end. So I'm really happy that was literally the only fault that we encountered throughout the whole night. So it was really good night of filming actually. It took us 7 hours straight, which does sound like a lot, but I had a lot to film. I had to film a whole short film, and that included getting to a few different locations. Because yes, it was mainly set at my house, like one house. And by the way, with this being set at my house, I know that sounds like when you hear some, for example, it's like when you shoot something in college, it's like, oh, you couldn't be bothered to like go anywhere else and like really figure it out. But that wasn't really the case. I thought of my idea without even considering like locations, and it just so happened that the actual idea I had and the shots I wanted to include actually worked really well with my house. So it would have actually been silly to try and find somewhere else when my house actually had some really like cool little bits involved. For example, I really wanted some like double French doors, like the victim can like the villain can walk up to and like staring at the victim. So I'm getting victim and villain mixed up. And they can stare in it. I just thought it'd be a really nice shot, and my house has that. And then there's a couple of like different opportunities in my house the way it's laid out that I could film exactly what I wanted. So I just didn't feel like it was necessary to have to try and, because I did at one point go look around the house, and it didn't feel necessary. When I was there, I was like, yeah, it's good, but I'm just doing it for the sake of not doing it at my house. And my house has just some features. For example, also at the start of my short film, when it's set in like it looks like an abandoned sort of shed. That was actually filmed in my garden as well, because it was just silly not to, because it worked exactly how I planned it. Before I even thought about filming at my house, like I wanted to have those things, and the fact that I could use it at my house just made it a lot easier. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, like I still needed to get to a couple of other locations. So the fact that we could do it in 7 hours with everything we needed to do was really good going. So yeah, that's just wrapped up basically the production stage now. I guess I'll be doing 1 or 2 more vlogs just talking about the post-production. But I don't really need to do that many more now, because I'm sort of past that stage where they're going to help me. Because I have actually been looking back at my vlogs, and they've been really helpful for me, because there's certain stages where I want to know like my thought process and like what I was thinking at that time and like what went wrong. It's easier to just look back at this than like try and remember it and find different documents I've done. So these vlogs have been really helpful. But yeah, I'm coming to sort of the end of what I need to do now. So yeah, this is probably going to be one of the last vlogs and the end of this vlog. So peace.